What does a project engineer do? In this video, I'm going to cover the role, the responsibilities of a project engineer, and I'm going to give you an overview and then some specifics. I really want to start with the overview in the sense that a project engineer and a project manager for that matter, but in different ways, are there to support the trades. With a project manager, you could say, like I've said in a previous video, a project manager is here to create and run the business of the project site from start to finish. And supporting the trade partners is obviously a key part of that. But a project engineer is really there to make sure that the systems are flowing within that business, but mainly centered around the trade partners. You can't disconnect anything a project engineer does from the trades. Like, let me give you an example, which I can link you to here in the description below. I do a sharing chat with the industry where we have hundreds of people on there and I share something every day and it's really neat. We got a nice little, I'd say cute little community there. One time somebody shared that their PM was like, this person acted as PMPE, just so you know in the context. It's just ordering materials and dumping it on site, and the trades are like, there's stuff everywhere, I can't get anything done. And the PM was like, I did my job. And obviously that's myopic, because if you're checking a box and saying, it's my job to get the materials here, that's like myopic. If you get the materials here too soon, now you're overproducing, causing the other 7 wastes, and now you're hurting the trades in a different way. If that PM had had the mindset of, no, I'm here to support trades, and especially the project engineers of the world understand that they're here to support the trades, then everything will become more clear. In fact, the project manager, if you look at it, is right here. And here's the super, and obviously all the assistants, but the supers, PEs, FEs. These 3 are the trade enablers. And the reason I know that is because there's 17 key things that a trade has to have. And the superintendent will do some of them. The field engineer will do some of them, like layout control, space, lift drawings. And the project engineer will do some of them when it comes to materials and information. It's like the PM is here enabling the super, the PE, and the FE, and then those enable the foreman. That's really how it works. So a project engineer is a foreman enabler, meaning the work of the foreman and a crew and a trade partner is mainly enabled through the trade partner preparation process. The buyout and contracting, PEs help with. The pre-mobilization meeting, PEs help with that. The pre-construction meeting, where you gather the submittals, any RFIs, any safety quality documentation, any of the requirements of the job site, which PEs help with. Your first in place inspection, which a PE should be attending. Your follow-up inspections, which project engineers should be doing. And then final inspections and closeout of the contract, final payment, release of retainage, and reconciliation of any change orders, which PEs participate with. So that trade partner preparation process is not a bunch of tools. It's plan, build, finish. You're helping a trade partner plan, build, finish, plan, build, finish, plan, build, finish. A PE doesn't do RFIs, doesn't do submittals, doesn't do pay applications, doesn't help with technology outside of the framework of they are just tools to help the trade. But I will go through some specifics here, just really briefly, that I have listed down within the role of supporting the trades. Number 1, the PE is the backbone of project execution when it comes to information and materials and resources to supply the project, which could include permissions and basically any other kind of coordination that's necessary. So if you think about the project engineer resources of the project, you will be right on track. So they are naturally the information manager of the project site. And they are also the procurement leaders with the project manager and the superintendent of the project site to make sure that all supply chains are functioning. Because that role supports, in addition to the FE, the superintendent and the project manager, they help to make sure that schedule and financial systems are working. They provide coordination to make sure that the trades have what they need, full kit in their zone. They work with change management, they work with pay applications, they support the field, and basically their entire day is to get the field what they need. If a project engineer is like, okay, my job is to do RFIs. No. My job is to do submittals. No. My job is to manage permitting. Nope. Your job is to enable trades to plan, build, finish. And permitting in the supply chain and your procurement log and your pay applications and your RFIs and your submittals and everything else is simply a tool to get that done. And if you start to focus solely on tools, you'll lose sight of the people and what you're supposed to be doing. So keep your focus. A project engineer is here to enable the trades and to keep the business of the project running so that it can feed the value creators in the field, the hard cost, the trades on site. I am going to link you to some pretty cool resources, a board that we have actually for you, and encourage you to read the blog post summarizing this video. I hope you've loved it. On we go.